leave the golf course for now to look at more horrific Harper's murders. The second episode was as brutal as the first, with Reverend Fain losing his head. Remember creepy goth girl Kelly?
I know you probably don't remember me. I think I scare a lot of people.
Well, she didn't hang around for long. And then, of course, there was Lucy, the airhead bridesmaid with the annoying little dog.
People eat here.
Gigi is people.
Lucy burns to death. She goes chasing after her little dog, who leads her through the woods, and she accidentally falls into a big pit, and someone is waiting and kind of douses her in gasoline and lights her on fire.
She was not a nice lady, this actress, and we burned her. Saved us a lot. That was one of the deaths a lot of people found unbearable to watch.
People really felt strongly about the burning scene. You know, that was really gruesome for people. That was really sort of hard to take.
Our big fear was that we do that cheesy stunt you always see where the stunt person just goes like this. Oh, I'm on fire, and I'm oddly gigantic because I'm wrapped up in flame-retardant materials. And there's a little bit of that. But by pulling back and just seeing the flames coming out of the hole like that, you kind of get the idea. And a lot of screaming.
Remember when you thought sleazy love rat Hunter was the killer? For a while, all the clues pointed to him, until it appeared he had a bit of boat trouble. Anne Henry's nerdy friend Booth had a tragic ending when he, well, shot himself.
Oh my God, that's a lot of blood, dude.
A lot of my friends still phoned me the next day, and almost every single phone call started with, so, that was like the stupidest death I've ever seen. Yeah, I was super happy with it. So I don't care what anybody thinks. I liked it.
Well, as long as you were happy, Booth. But with a killer on the loose, the death scenes are about to get bigger and better.
When Thomas Wellington dies in the church, it was one of the most pivotal scenes in the course of the story, because it is the moment when everyone in the wedding party finally becomes aware of the fact that there is a killer on the island.
Can someone get the lights?
Oh, I got it.
The effects guys did an amazing job because they built this head spade.
It had a cutaway for his nose and his mouth, so it looks like it had gone right through the top of his head, and it was beautiful. I mean, it fit him perfectly, and then they just filled it up with blood, and it just looked disgusting.
It's a major turning point for the show. I think the end of episode 5 is really when it tips over into a different series.
We all couldn't wait for that to happen because we were like, that's when it's gonna get exciting and people are gonna get into it, and we couldn't wait to carry around guns and, you know, fight back.
Once the death of Wellington happens, I think most of the characters then have to click into survival mode. There's no denying the fact that it's happening again.
And that grim scene was filmed here, St Helens in Vancouver.
This is where Mr. Wellington met his demise. We had a special effects crew come in and spend 3 days rigging the chandelier with the head spade in the middle of it. And then we spent about 2 days production shooting that whole sequence, which is a pretty long time.
I heard from the actors that it took absolutely ages.
It took a long time. We had to get it right. We had the whole cast up here, which meant we had to cover all of them. There were a lot of people here to take care of.
Was the church okay with you guys
Very
covering it
accommodating.
in blood? And
St. Helens was great in helping us do what we wanted to do, but the preparation was what attracted us to this spot, because we had a lot of work to do to set things up, and they opened their doors for us.
I assume you gave them a big donation towards the new roof?
Actually, the pew that we're sitting in is called the Harper's pew.
Oh, okay.
It's reserved for Harper's cast and crew only.
It's very comfortable.
Amongst all of the creepy goings-on on Harper's Island, there was one thing that gave everyone the heebie-jeebies.
Kids are freaky. Kids are weird.
Why do you have pictures all over you?
You like them?
They're creepy.
So are you.
Everyone has the things they're scared of. And I'm scared of a bunch of things, but let's start off with the woods and creepy kids.
Super creepy in the show. Like just that creepy kind of with the long hair and that sort of stone face and the whole bit. And yeah, everybody was like, oh, your daughter's so creepy. I'm like, don't I know it?
I'm not going to get to be a flower girl, Abby.
Who told you that?
The spirits told me.
I think that the kids are creepiest when it seems like they're talking to, you know, like ghosts or something from beyond. And she was creepy.
Honey, did you have a bad dream? No, what's wrong then?
Did you know people died here?
Back to the killings and the next 3 victims to be struck off the list of suspects. Cole Harkin, the odd-scarred man in the woods, managed to survive for a couple of episodes. What about Richard with his sordid affair and seedy looks? I was so sure that he was the killer. But that notion was harpooned when he was murdered in the grounds of the Candlewick. If only we had someone to show us around. Oh, right, we do.
Wait, so here we are at the Candlewick Inn, also known as Cecil Green House.
The campus of University of British Columbia.
How many people died in it?
We had a lot of deaths in here. You saw Malcolm. His body parts were chopped up and thrown into the furnace. Mrs. Wellington in the sunroom. Beth in the tunnels underneath.
Yeah. And then Richard's harpooned, still in these grounds,
Richard
right?
Harper, we built a cottage just over here that we used for Henry and Tricia's cottage, and that's where he was harpooned.
The sheriff is going to be coming back in the morning, and I will refer him to your office.
I'm talking to my lawyer and I'm saying, you know, listen, I don't know, Tricia's really, really angry. You need to funk.
That was a great, like, I think that was maybe the best, just, you know, sudden murder, where it just comes out of nowhere and then he gets yanked, the way he gets yanked off screen is brilliant.
No, I don't care about the money, okay, but I want you to fight for share.
Madison. Violent death. And I heard that Madison actually wanted to watch this happen.
Cassandra wanted to watch it happen. Well, she is in the scene, but the way we play it is in the script, she sees something. We think she sees something, but she's looking in a mirror.
Right.
But she had such a good time with the scene. She wanted to watch her father in the show be harpooned to death.
Were you happy with a minor watching such a gruesome...
We were fine with it.
Really?
Yeah.
I knew it was fake blood, so I didn't faint or anything.